Bob Arum says he would be open to a 175-pound unification between his fighter, Artur Beterbiev, and Canelo Alvarez, assuming Alvarez gets past Dmitry Bivol, and that's no mean feat. But the potential issue that Arum sees is which network will actually broadcast the fight. Will it be ESPN or would it be Dazn? Now, his argument is that Dazn doesn't really have a big subscriber base, and he makes some good points as to why that is. He says that ESPN Plus has got a multitude of different sports, and therefore that's what allows it to attract so many subscribers. But Dazn doesn't have as many sports as that. Even in the UK, Dazn were hoping to get the Premier League and several other big sports. That hasn't materialized. The Premier League have gone in a different direction. So this is a difficult time for Dazn. He talked about Leonard Blavatnik and how Blavatnik may have been a smart man in terms of the music industry and what have you, and online streaming of music. But boxing is a different entity altogether, and sports is a different entity. It's very, very competitive, as we can all see. There was gaps in the market with regards to music streaming that there may not be in boxing. So that could be a stumbling block. Having said that, Bob Arum hasn't been as difficult when it comes to matching his top fighters against the top fighters of other networks and other promoters as, let's say, Al Heyman. Bob Arum has worked with Eddie Hearn and Dazn many times before, and presumably he will continue working with fighters from Dazn, fighters from Eddie Hearn's stable, fighters from Golden Boy's stable. Golden Boy, of course, are also on Dazn moving forward. But he's just given his view about that fight right there between Beterbiev and Canelo. He would obviously prefer it to be on the network that he's with, ESPN. But if the money is right, if Dazn put up the right figure, it's going to be difficult, right, from a fan perspective, to accept Bob Arum not allowing the fight to go ahead when Dazn are putting the money up. This is not about the fighter not getting paid. If Dazn put the money up, bam, the fighter gets paid. Whether they put it on Dazn pay-per-view or whether they just guarantee the money, you know, or for, what do they call it now, rights fee, then it is what it is. I hope that Bob Arum continues to be reasonable with regards to making fights with people from different networks and different promotional outfits, as he has been in the recent past. So if it's Canelo Alvarez versus Artur Beterbiev for 3 of the belts at 175, surely the different broadcasters wouldn't get in the way of that fight happening. They could do a dual broadcast, of course, because now Dazn are doing pay-per-views. That has eliminated one particular problem, because before, when Dazn were only doing subscriptions, and it's $20 a month, and you were getting Canelo fights for $20 a month, how can you then have ESPN putting the fight on for $80, but yet you can get it for $20 on Dazn? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work. But now that Dazn are also doing pay-per-views, it eliminates that issue. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And perhaps this is premature. Maybe Canelo Alvarez won't get past Dmitry Bivol. I think it's a very tough fight for him, and I applaud Canelo for taking it, because it's a fight that's difficult, but it's not a fight that's going to get him much credit for actually winning. That's why you really have to applaud him, because if he'd gone for, let's say, Jamal Charlo, he'd probably get more credit from the public for beating a Jamal Charlo than he would get for beating Bivol, even though Bivol is potentially a better fighter. You see it? It's just that Charlo is more of a brand name. He's more well-known in the United States. The fans recognize him more than Dmitry Bivol, who is still relatively obscure. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about everything I've talked about in this video.